Welcome back, Truth Seekers. Today, we've got a special episode where a Muslim tried, bless his heart, to prove Islam to Big Jon Steel, but forgot the most important part: a reason. Just one. Any reason at all. Big Jon didn't yell. He didn't debate. He just asked simple, innocent questions and let the whole argument crumble like a stale samosa. So grab your popcorn, sit tight, and enjoy watching a calm Q&A turn into a full-blown confidence crisis. Let's dive in.
It's not really about being a Muslim. I'm Muslim, but it's about two criteria which God has. Because if you enter into this world, as we all are here, not enter, but we all find ourselves in this world, and the system God set up it works with two criteria to enter His paradise. The first criteria is you have to believe there is a God, and the second criteria is you have to believe in one God. In other words, not giving Him a partner.
Okay,
So
why should I believe in one God?
Because if you had to make a bet, if you had to place a bet, you would want to what's called look at the odds and see what the best probability of your bet is.
So my salvation rests on playing the odds?
Well, the thing is, you see, you and me, right? We both have souls. We both don't want to go to hellfire, right?
Not particularly, no.
Right. So now, here I am telling you that God has these two criteria for entering His paradise. So now you have to ask yourself, you have to be honest with yourself.
Okay, again, why should I believe in one God?
Because the thing is, for example, if you have a son or a child, he calls somebody else dad. That's not going to sit well with you, right?
Does a child have two parents?
Well, if he calls someone else who's not his parents, either his mother or his father, doesn't matter.
You're telling me why God would be mad if I said there was another God. I get that, sure, but that doesn't prove to me that there's only one God. Why should I only believe in one God?
Well, proof is something, evidence is something else. But as far as believing in one God, the reason is because when you separate God and say He has a son, then essentially you're saying...
you're just telling me what you believe. I want to know why I should believe it. Like I don't... It doesn't matter to me what you believe. I want to know why I should believe it. Why should I believe there's only one God? Why should I believe that He doesn't have a son? Why should I believe any of those things?
You should believe it because anyone who says God shares power with anything or anything is in big trouble.
Right, you're just telling me what you believe. So again, why should I believe it?
Because God has promised automatic hell for eternity to those.
Okay, but that again, that's the what. I want to know the why, not what you believe. You believe if I say these things, I'll go to hell. Why should I believe it's true?
Oh, you want evidence?
I just want a reason to believe it.
Well, there are infinite reasons to believe. I don't know where to start.
Start at anything, literally anything at all.
Anything?
Pick a reason.
Well, you see, God is very, very wise. He's the most wise.
This is a what, not a why.
Right.
I need a why.
So why is because you want to gain more knowledge, right? So God is the only one that can grant you more knowledge.
That again is a what, not a why. That's what you believe, not why you believe it.
Well, if I'm telling you that He's going to throw you into hell forever if you don't believe it.
Yeah, that's a what. That's a what, not a why. That's a what.
But why does it matter?
Why should I believe that's true?
Why shouldn't you?
Why should I?
Why shouldn't you believe it's true?
Okay, why don't you believe that unicorns are on the moon right now?
Because a unicorn hasn't sent me a book.
How do I know that God sent this book?
Oh, it's because there's no contradictions in it.
Okay, there's no contradictions in a phone book. Did God send that?
Well, sometimes in a phone book you get the wrong. There's like 50 Mary Janes, right? So if you could call
there's a lot of phone books that have no contradictions. Some phone books might have it, but there's a lot of them that don't.
I don't believe there are any phone books anymore, but I think that used to be the
Yeah,
case.
so
But
that doesn't change anything. There were phone books that did not have contradictions.
let
So
me re-
does that
let
mean
me
it's
re-
from God?
let me rhetorical question. But why shouldn't you believe in God?
I'm not I do believe in God. I'm a Christian. I'm asking why I should be a Muslim.
You should be a Muslim because it's the best bet for entering paradise.
According to what? Why?
According to
What
God's
standard?
God's criteria.
How do you know it's God's criteria?
Because there's only two things He cares about in
How
Islam.
do you know
One,
there's only two things he cares about?
because that's the whole message of Islam.
Okay, why should I believe the message of Islam?
Because it's the same message from the beginning of
How do you know
humanity.
it's the same message from the beginning?
Because, for example, the Jews, they believe in God and one God. Show me where.
Okay, so show me where the Jews followed the 7 pillars of Islam.
No, that came. Islam is after the Jews.
Okay,
The Jews
so
were
again,
before.
why should I believe Islam is true?
Well, why shouldn't you believe it's true?
Right? You don't. Okay, well then I just don't. All right. If your whole argument is believe it, and if you can't tell me why not to believe it, then you should believe it. I just don't. That's my argument. I don't believe it. You haven't given me a reason not to, or to believe it. So I'm just going to continue to reject it until you actually give me a reason to believe it.
Well,
Do you believe? Do you believe that I am the strongest man on earth?
Who, you?
Yeah, me.
You could be in some ways.
No. Like I'm physically the most strong man on earth. Like I can lift more than anybody can lift.
Who knows if you're jacked underneath that sweater?
So you believe that I'm the strongest man on earth?
It's possible.
I'm also the fastest man on earth.
It's possible.
I'm the strongest and fastest man on earth.
Is it probable? No, but is it possible?
Do you believe
yes.
I am the fastest and strongest man on earth?
As far as physically?
Yes.
Yeah, why not? Why not? You look healthy.
You do believe I'm the strongest man on earth.
Yeah. Why not?
And the fastest man on earth.
Why not?
You believe those things.
Why not? Tell me why not. Why shouldn't I be? You're healthy.
I also okay, hold on. Also, a week ago, you told me you were going to give me $1 million, but then you forgot. Are you going to pay me my $1 million?
I'm sorry, I missed you completely.
So a week ago, you and I had a conversation. You said you were going to pay me $1 million, but you forgot. You forgot about it.
No, I haven't spoken to you.
No, but you forgot.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You forgot the conversation we had. You forgot about it, but you said you would pay me $1 million. Chat agrees with me. Chat saw it.
I haven't spoken to you in months.
No, we spoke a week ago, but you forgot about it. And so you told me a week ago you would pay me $1 million. Do you believe me?
Oh, to believe you? No.
Why not?
Because we didn't speak a week ago.
But we did. You just forgot.
You have to present evidence.
No, you have to tell me why you don't believe that you forgot. You have to provide the evidence on why I'm wrong. If not, you owe me $1 million.
Well, if the general accepted system works that way, then we can say to anyone they owe us $1 million.
Yeah, you get my point, bro. So you don't get to just come in and say Islam is true, and unless I tell you why it's not true, it is true. Just like you can't tell me, or I can't tell you that you said you would give me $1 million, and unless you prove me wrong, you have to give me $1 million.
Well, I fully believe in the gospel as true, and I don't doubt the gospel is true.
Right. Now, so you're just ignoring what I said. So, do you have a reason I should be a Muslim?
I have infinite reasons.
Can you give me one? Because you've said that twice now. You haven't actually given me a reason.
Well, where do you want to start? What topic?
Literally anything at all that is a why.
Do you know what quantum entanglement is?
I have a vague idea of what quantum entanglement is. Just like you only have a vague idea.
Okay. Quantum entanglement, is now they're starting to prove God exists through math.
No.
Okay, so what they did was they split two particles and they split two electrons. And what they said was, if you separated those two electrons, you put one in the opposite end of the universe and the other electron on the opposite end, and you spin one in one direction, and
I couldn't do it anymore.
That was like watching a slow-motion train wreck, but the train built the tracks and drove itself off. Here are the 3 biggest lessons I walked away with. 1. If you claim Islam is the truth, maybe bring an actual reason. Just one. 2. Clarifying questions are the weapons fashioned against Islam. 3. When you can't answer simple questions about your own faith, then it's time to reconsider what your beliefs are. If this left your brain buzzing, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay sharp.